Are you an entrepreneur or a budding, aspiring entrepreneur and you want to know what it takes to be successful? Well, you've come to the right place. So, we're talking all things building that success mindset so that you can be successful as an entrepreneur on your journey. So, stick around, stay tuned. Hi there, Simply subscribers. Welcome back to the Simply Stacy YouTube channel. It's your girl Stacy, and I am excited that you guys are here. We are going to be talking about your success mindset, the things that you need to be thinking about, the things that you need to be doing to get that success mindset so that you can become the entrepreneur that you've always dreamt of being. If you're already an entrepreneur, this could help. If you're aspiring to be an entrepreneur, this can help. So stick around and I'm going to give you some tips, tricks of the trade, questions you might need to be asking yourself, some things you need to be thinking about and honing in order to have that mindset that no one can penetrate and that will get you to that goal of being the best entrepreneur that you can be. This channel is all about entrepreneurship, lifestyle, fashion, and success. So you guys want the tips and tricks? I'll give you what I got. Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about is if you're on your entrepreneur journey, what is something that you need to be thinking? What is something that you need to be doing? And the number one thing I'm going to say is that you need to invest in yourself and invest in your business. That is huge. A lot of people skip over that. But the truth of the matter is you can't get cheap when it comes to you. We spend money on any and everything that we want on a daily basis. But when it comes to your business, don't skimp. I mean, now, if you want to learn a new trade, a new craft, say for instance, my website, I actually created and designed my own website, but I just didn't do it fly by night. And I didn't do it just because I didn't want to pay someone to do it. I did it because it was something that intrigued me. It was right when the pandemic really hit. We were at home. I had time on my hands, and I am a student of life, and I'm always learning. I always want to learn something new in different crafts and different trades and things that could be marketable. And so I decided to teach myself how to do my website. It was just something I got joy out of doing. But if that's not your cup of tea, if that's not something you're into, don't just throw a website up there just to have one. Invest in it. If you think that your website can be a lot better if someone else does it for you, then pay for that. They have a wide tier of people that can do that for you. You can also get websites where they have templates that you can just build into it. Now, in building mine, I did purchase a template, a premium template, and then I created it from there. So I didn't do it exactly from scratch, but it worked for me. So there again, I was investing in my business because I knew how I wanted to present myself to people, to the world, to people I know and to people that I don't know alike. So I decided to invest a little portion in my business, but I did teach myself to do that as well. That's just one example. But what I'm saying is if it's something that you really truly want to do, then invest in it. Invest in trainings, invest in class, invest in products that will help your business to succeed. Okay? If you need a social media manager, if you need a marketing manager, if you need someone to develop your website, if you need someone to design the cover of your book, I knew I couldn't do that on my own, so I definitely invested in my. I was self-publishing, so I did invest in someone to do my cover and my editing and my a lot of other things to do with my book. Although I did self-publish it, I did pay for people to do different things. So definitely, depending on what niche you're in, what arena that you guys are in, do your research, see how things look. If you don't feel like you can do it, then definitely invest in your business, invest in yourself. Because if you want this to be a really successful business, your mindset has to be on, I deserve to invest in myself just like other people are investing in themselves. Because another point is, if you are looking for investors, who's going to invest in the person not even willing to invest in themselves? Think about that. Okay, another rule of thumb when it comes to building this success mindset as an entrepreneur is to utilize your resources. Have a resourcefulness mind. Don't operate in lack of or scarcity. Think about the resources that you do have or the access to resources that you do have. So say for instance, you're not great at doing websites, but maybe you have a friend who's willing to either, give you a deal on it or, help you out when you call them to walk you through the process. Just think about the resources that you actually have. You have to get out of a scarcity mindset. You have to transition that to a success mindset and a resourcefulness. I have these things. This is what I can do with that. Not thinking like, oh, if I had this, I could do that. Think about how you can get what you need so that you can still do that, whether you already have it or not. That is a really good skill to have, to hone. Start thinking about the glass half full and not the glass half empty. Be more optimistic in your approach than pessimistic. And I think you'll be off to a great start. Okay, so another thing that you need to do to shift your mindset, this is a question I'm going to ask you. Are you focusing on the problem or on the solution? I'm going to give you a minute to think about that. With your business, with whatever it is you're doing on your entrepreneur journey, are you focused on the problem or are you focused on the solution? Because I'm going to tell you the best thing you can do for yourself to get that success mindset, that business mindset, is to focus on the solution. You should be a solution-based business. We all have problems, but if there is no solution, why do they want to buy whatever you're selling? If what you're selling is not the solution to their problem, then what's the point? So yes, it is very important to know what the problem is, to be able to identify what problem your customers may be having. But let's not focus on that problem too long. You don't want to stay in the problem. You want to start selling them on the solution. And guess who the solution is? You, your brand, your company, whatever it is you're selling, you're the solution. So that is how you need to be promoting, marketing, and selling. Basically, what is the solution? What is it that they need out of this? Give that to them in your brand, in your business, in your products that you sell. Whatever it is on your entrepreneur journey, make sure that whatever you're focused on is the solution. It's the solution based. It's not problem based. Okay, guys. So another thing that you may need to stop doing, if this is something that you do on a regular basis, when you're building your success mindset, when you're out here on your entrepreneur journey and you're trying to be the best entrepreneur you can be, you have to stop seeking other people's approval or permission. Like if it's something that you want to do, you think it's going to make your business successful, you've done your research, you don't always have to unless, hey, if you have a joint business, you're co-owner of something, by all means, you need to get the approval of your co-owner, of your co-CEO, whoever. However, this is your business that you've put together. This is your baby. This is your brainchild. You've done your research. And I'm not saying just go fly by the seat of your pants and you haven't researched it and you're just trying to do something. Maybe you do need to run it past other people. And it's perfectly fine for you guys to run your ideas by other people in the industry, maybe in the same niche, in the same business, or just business-minded people in general. Sometimes it's good to bounce things off of them and see their perspective, get a different perspective. But let's normalize not trying to seek approval for the decisions you want to make for your business. Just like you're going to make those decisions, you have to be willing to own up to the consequences of what that may hold afterwards. But definitely, if you've done your research, you're confident in your decision, stop seeking approval for others to actually execute it. You can do that on your own. So in your success mindset and your entrepreneurship journey, you need to be able to take ownership of what it is you do, your decisions, Yeah, anything that goes along with the business, take ownership in it. And like I said, it's perfectly fine to bounce it off of someone else. It's perfectly fine to get someone else's opinion. But approval, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole other thing. The last thing that I want to touch on when it comes to your business, I don't know what it is that you are selling, whether it is service-based or whether it is product-based, it really does not matter. But what does matter is the value that you provide to your customers or your clients. So if you want to be successful in anything, in any business, then you definitely want to add more value. Don't just put things out there to just have it out there, because quality is so much better than quantity. So you don't just want to put out a whole lot of lackluster products, a whole lot of lackluster courses and guides and whatever it is people are buying from you on a client base, or if it's a product. You don't just want to have this mediocre ink pen that you're selling, or this mediocre journal that somebody can make at home. You want to give them something that is valuable. Give them something that they want to come back for more, that they're excited about, that adds value to their life. Because guess what? Adding more value to whatever it is you sell, your service or your product, adds more money to your pockets. People will pay more for things that are more valuable. People will continue to purchase from you when things are valuable. If you have all these lackluster, mediocre products that you are selling on a daily basis, guess what? You are losing that repeat customer. You're losing that repeat client. Now, you may have duped me once, but you're not going to dupe me twice or 3 times. That's not going to happen. So you definitely want to make sure that whatever you're putting out there is valuable. That is how you're going to be a successful entrepreneur. If you don't take anything away from this, but the 2 things that I think are the most important, and that is to invest in yourself. Put your money where your mouth is. If you want others to invest in you, you have to be willing to invest in yourself. And investing in yourself in turn will help to have your content, product, whatever, to be more valuable. And that second thing is to add more value, because adding more value will add more money. I hope you guys learned something here. I hope you guys are thinking on this. I hope it gave you something to ponder. Go ahead and save this video. Come back to it. Think about it again. Watch it again. Maybe you'll get something else from it the second time around. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please comment down below and let me know which of those things that I just gave you guys, which of those success mindset building things on your entrepreneur journey that you think is the most valuable. Do you think the 2 that I laid out are the most valuable? Go ahead and comment that down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you guys can be notified each and every time I post a new video. I have so much new content coming at you guys. Check out the video at the end of this. If you like this video, I'm sure you'll like that one as well. Also, stick around, watch a few videos, share the knowledge, share the wealth, share this video with anybody you think can benefit from it. Anybody that's an entrepreneur already, starting a new journey, or just in a kind of lull and they don't know what to do next, maybe this can invigorate them to start thinking about things differently, to change their mindset, to adopt a success mindset on their entrepreneurial journey to becoming the best entrepreneur that they can be. This channel is all about lifestyle, success, entrepreneurship, and just becoming the best version of yourselves that you can be. I hope I can inspire and motivate you to do that. Live intentionally and live your best life. Until next time, see ya.